So it is time. I'm super excited. Are you all excited? I am. Good. So let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our call. Thank you for joining us this evening for the planning and support session of the Becoming Summer series. My name is Robin, entrepreneur, certified nutrition specialist, and mom of a teenager. And I'm also your host for tonight. We are a group of like-minded, multifaceted Black women entrepreneurs from a variety of places and spaces in our lives, and we're just excited to share with you this evening. This is our fourth session of Becoming, and each week we've had a different host, different panelists, and different topics. And so I want to let you know that we will be moving the series from weekly to monthly. So our next session will be held the first Wednesday in August. So mark your calendars for that, and we'll remind you about that at the end. But again, we're excited to have you here. We've had hundreds of guests join in with us for the past month. So tonight you'll get a glimpse inside of some of our experiences, including a vehicle we have found that has helped significantly influence our process of becoming the women you see before you. That being said, as you observe our stories, we want you to know that we're not making any claims to treat or cure a specific disease or condition, nor are we making any income claims. This series is a platform that we hope will empower you to embrace an entrepreneurial mindset of success. So now I'm happy to introduce our panelists to you. Perhaps you've seen their full bio, so I'm going to give you a short synopsis of who they are. And when I call your name, make sure to wave so they know who you are. And let's take it. So we have Chandria. She's an owner of a radiology imaging company, adjunct professor, certified health coach, wife, and an aunt. We have Lori, who's an entrepreneur, a former owner of an international learning center, former magazine publisher, health coach, wife, and a mom of adults. And Lisa, our aging well specialist, primetime certified health coach, children's ministry director, wedding planner, a mom of adult children. The ones that are moms of adults really want to let y'all know they survived teenage life, which is where I am right now. And then last but not least, we have Wanda, 30-year plus board certified internal medicine doctor, assistant professor of clinical medicine, and she has been listed in the publication of the best doctors in America since 2011 up until 2019. She is a wife and a grandmother. So welcome to all of our panelists. This is exciting. We will be discussing how to become a successful entrepreneur through support and planning. And I'm going to pose some questions to our panelists. We are all, again, from different walks of life, but we are joined in this journey of health and wellness. So that is the industry that we've all connected through. And so the question that I want to ask you all first, a two-part question, but as you share, tell us how did you get here? And in that, now that you are here, what plans have you put in place to ensure the success of your business now and in the future? So why are you here? And now that you're here, what plans have you put in place to ensure the success of your business now and in the future? All right, ladies, let's talk.
I'll start out. I mean, for me, I am a natural planner, and everybody that knows me knows I plan. At least I try to. I don't know if it always goes according to plan. But for me, I plan for good health. And that's what I tried to attain. And I was doing very well at it. I had 2 acres, and my husband and I gardened on it. He ate along with me. And my health was going great. I was eating vine ripened food right off of my own garden. And I mean, that was the peak of my health. And then we downsized, and I stopped growing my own food. Suddenly, I hit a wall. I had a health crisis that I had never experienced before in my life. And now I was 10 years older too, 10 or plus years older. So it was different for me not being able to plan this part of my life and not being able to plan my health. I went as far as New York to find the best doctors. And you know what they told me? They said, you're nutritionally deficient. You need to eat as many fruits and vegetables as you can and as close to raw as you can. Now, with someone with my gut issues, that was almost impossible to digest that and to eat that much every day. So I got to this journey being able to find powdered produce, fruits, vegetables, berries, and plant-based omegas, and powdered shakes, food shakes in a capsule. So that's how I got here, and I'll just share that portion.
Okay. So I want to say this too. You got here, and is that what made you decide to be involved in this as an entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, for me, it was more about my health. But it was really, that was just the first part of it. It's kind of different categories to it as to why I made this my mission as a business. But for me, it was more just about my health, and then I knew it could help other people.
Okay. So we'll come back and, well, you said about your planning, right? So how are you planning? So now you're here. How are you doing this to be successful as an entrepreneur?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of things that for me, the first part is you live it. I live being healthy. That's what I've always done, and I think that's key for everyone. Live it, people see it, and people respond to that. And that's my first step in my plan, is to live it, and then I share it with other people.
Okay. Okay.
And Robin, my journey to becoming began with a quest for better health, because my body was in a crisis mode. And so I lived with chronic pain every day. But I learned that a diet rich in fruits and vegetables could positively impact any medical condition. And you know what? I had several. And there was a fellow homeschool mom. She saw my pain and knew my plight, and she shared the education of simple solution of fruits and vegetables in little capsules and yummy chewables. And I embraced that. And you know what? It was a whole new skill set for me, because I wasn't used to eating like that. But within months of flooding my body with fruits, vegetables, berries, and grains, I started to feel better. And I learned the difference between sick care and health care. And oh, by the way, I was able to get it free for my child, who also got relief from some symptoms that she had had as well. And then I went forward and joined the business because I wanted to get a discount for our family. And I realized that, yeah. And I realized that there were people out there just like me that needed help, that wanted to be well, and they wanted to stay well, and they wanted to earn supplemental income. And you know what I do? I celebrate the fact now that this solution, unlike other solutions, is for all people, all families, men, women, boys, and girls.
Got it. So that's how you got here. All right. So Lori, how did you get here? Did you want a discount? What happened?
Well, now, yes, I do. Absolutely. But it's so great to hear how we all wound up here at this time right now. For me, my journey began with a walk to the mailbox. I was working from home, and I was really just, I had to be at the computer 4-hour stretches at a time. And so going to the mailbox really just, honestly, as lame as that sounds, it really did just break up my day, gave me a little bit of walk and sunshine. And while I was out there, I introduced myself to my brand new neighbor. She had just recently moved in across the street. And we got into just a wonderful welcome to the neighborhood conversation. And she shared with me that, hey, she put it just this way: I flood my body every day with, over 30 whole fruits and vegetables every single day. Just put it in the conversation like that. I was like, wait a minute, how do you do that? That's something that I've always wanted to do. I just would never know how to approach something like that. And I asked her, would she please show me how she was doing that? I thought she was going to show me something so super complicated, like juicing, and that I would need a machine or foraging mushrooms. I didn't know what she was going to show me, but I knew that I was really interested in it. I was so happy and surprised that she showed me that I too could increase how many fruits and vegetables I'm eating every single day in the form of a capsule or a gummy. Yes, my journey began with a soft chew gummy.
Can I just throw this in? She talked about juicing. I have two juicers, and that was my life. I would go in my garden and I would pick a basket full of stuff. Just call me Gardener Sean, and I would juice every day, 3 to 4 times a day. So that was already my routine, even during my health crisis. I was a vegan at the time. I exercised probably 5 days a week. I mean, serious exercise. I slept well. I made sure I got my 8 hours of sleep. And I'm a big water drinker. I always have been. So those things were already a part of my life. I just added the powdered produce to my life. But I did all of those other things, which you have to do to get healthy.
So Wanda, we got to hear from you, because every time I hear yours, I'm inspired by all the stories. But Wanda, how did you get here? Because you are a physician, and
yeah, it was a total accident 16 years ago. I thought I was doing okay, but I didn't know what I didn't know. I thought that I was healthy. I thought that I was being a good mom, feeding my children well. And then I was told about the possibility of getting loads of concentrated whole food in a capsule. And it kind of blew me away to realize that nutrition was as important as it is, because physicians aren't taught that in medical school. We just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. And so it was like a shock. Nutrition is really important, and more than what I was doing. And then when I found out about the concentrated fruit, vegetable, and berry powders, not only was that an awesome thing, but there was research involved. They had done research on the product, and that was a bonus for me as a physician. That just sold me on the knowledge that I was doing something good for myself and my kids. So that was one change that I made that then developed into other changes. More sleep, better sleep, more water, exercising more. The business kind of also happened by accident. I had no intention of talking to anybody about it. I got a discount. My child was in the study to get free product, but I found that I loved what was happening to me. So I had to share it with everybody I knew, starting with my family. Unfortunately, my family was receptive to it. But then I found that as I talked to patients about nutrition, I started to share that this was a possibility for them too. And I started in the business. Didn't plan it at first, but I did start to plan once I saw what the possibilities were, that I could get benefits, that I could get a good supplemental income that would be an income stream in addition to my medical practice. And then I started to plan and be intentional. So that's how it started for me.
Okay, because when you're saying planning and be intentional, any of you want to chime in and just say, do you have some kind of method or system? What do you do, right? So we know we got here, we share it, but any tips or tools of how you plan and do it? How do you do this? How do you let people know?
Yeah, for mine.
What do you do intentionally?
So for me, I try to intentionally, like I said, take my fruits and vegetables, exercise, eat right, live right, so that way I can look the part. And then people take me seriously. You know, if I'm looking unhealthy, they are not going to be interested in what I have to say. So the steps that I take is taking it, sharing it with others, and also sharing the research. Dr. Terrell talked about the research. I did 2 years in brain research. I do radiology. I've been doing that for almost 20 years. And I worked in brain research for 2 years. And I saw the benefits. They would do studies on children who did not eat a good nutritional diet, and they gave them the same test, and they gave other children who ate a good nutritional diet, and they gave them the same test. They scored better. So I understood the research. And that's the one thing that really gave me my strength in what I was doing and what I was eating in the capsules, was that it has over 41 peer-reviewed independent studies by Vanderbilt, by MD Anderson. I mean, and some other ones that I cannot pronounce because I only speak English. So, you go way, the spectrum is broad on the research. I mean, that's just one reason why I feel I am successful and reaching to be even more successful in this business. And that's going to help me do that.
Okay. Anybody else?
And you know what? I also love the fact with our research, it spans 25 years. That is phenomenal because it didn't just start, a little bit ago, but it has that longevity of the research. And I also love the fact that when I started, it taught me to read labels. Oh my, I was eating foods that I couldn't even pronounce, but I cut all of that out. And I eliminated toxins, out of my foods. And also, it's interesting when you teach others to do the same. People want to learn. They want to have a relationship with their food. They want to know these things. And I wasn't taught that in school. And a lot of other people are not. And so I get to do that with this as well.
That's exactly a part of it for me. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Lisa, because the part that really helped me plan, helped me build a business, helped me look into the future was wedding myself to the community. It sure is a lot more fun reducing toxins, getting in more water, getting better sleep, eating more fruits and vegetables, growing your own food when you're surrounded by others who are also doing the same. It was so awesome that same neighbor who chatted with me and got me started on flooding my own body with fruits and vegetables, again, continued to invite me over. I sat on her couch, she made me a smoothie. I had a protein bite, introduced me to new foods, vegan foods. It was so great that the community folded around me, and then I could find a place where I could also share this information that I was learning. The happiness, the joy, the fun factor that is involved in this community, it sure does make living a healthier lifestyle all the better.
Can I chime in? Talking about growing food?
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
Food. Okay, so I told you I grew food on 2 acres. Well, I was trying to be cute and impress my husband, and I fell in a skiing accident 18 years ago. So I have horrible sciatica. So we have what's called a tower garden, and that is for me how I've been trying to make my business successful. Lori talked about growing your own food. We have an amazing product that was developed by NASA, and we've helped it. We've used it to grow indoor, outdoor. I have 2 of my own. I have gardening classes now, introducing it to schools. We just went and did it for 2 schools, and one school grabbed up a couple. So any teachers out there, any parents, if you know about a school, know your child's teacher, get back with the person that invited you and learn how you can get this into the schools, because what we're trying to do is help young people start even younger to eat more fruits and vegetables, however they choose to, but then they can grow it too.
Here's what I want to ask, because we are entrepreneurs, we're here, we're doing this business, and there may be people that are listening and they're saying, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't know what to do. Is there support? What support? And we know that there is support, that we're not alone in this. So my question that I want to put out there is, what support have you received? And then what role did that support play in your role of becoming? How are you supported, and how are you doing that to be successful? Talk to us about the support.
I love the support that I have received, not only from the community, but from a company where I didn't even know that I needed a personal growth, leadership development program until I was in one. And when I look back, I just am so happy that the company recognized my efforts and chose to invest in me, a full course, helping me identify and conquer my fears, helping me, breaking through limiting beliefs. All of these things I had never been presented with, and I'm so grateful that I had the benefit of going through this course, completing it with others in the company. That was an absolute game changer for me as far as my business. I do also just want to mention one other thing. That Brave Leaders program, coupled with the Freedom Revolution, which is an awesome onboarding training program that lets you know everything, answers every question for you so that you have all the tools and resources needed to be successful at this business.
So are you saying the company you have the opportunity to go through a personal development course? What?
Yes.
And that, right. So Wanda, what do you think?
Well, my process, my journey has been longer than all of you because I'm a little more seasoned than all of you. But there are a lot of steps along in my journey along the way that have been important throughout. One was having supportive parents. I grew up in the segregated South, and my parents did not tell me no. They didn't say I couldn't aspire. They didn't say I couldn't do things. So I didn't know that I couldn't. So I went ahead and did things that maybe would not have been expected. The other thing was getting guidance from other people who recognized my challenges and helped me through fear. A lot of times you're afraid to move forward. And one, I particularly remember when I was a freshman in college, and everybody at Washington University came in as a pre-med, and it was so scary. So I decided maybe I didn't want to go to medical school. And this woman who just God put her in my space, she was an African-American woman. She was a senior medical student at Washington University. That was rare at that time. She just happened to be my resident advisor and told me that she would personally kick my butt if I did not go to medical school and complete it. Family support, also awesome. But when you talk about the community in this business, the support has been so great, and people will lead you where you don't want to go. Our national conference, I was convinced that I had no time for that. It was not something important to my development. I wasn't going to go, but there was a conspiracy to get me to go, starting with the leaders in my community. They convinced me that I could get continuing medical education credit. That checked the box. A person from home office offered a free ticket. Okay, that checked the box. But the final thing was my leader decided to stay and drive me to Nashville on a Friday afternoon because I could not close my practice all day. But it opened my eyes to a community of like-minded people, an international community where I could learn, I could grow, and I could find support. So that's been a phenomenal journey for me. And I absolutely love this community. And I love everyone that I would know all of you if it were not for this community. And I know that I can call on you for support whenever I need it.
Yeah. You know, I love that, Wanda, because I am excited to say that our company has a tried and proven system that we can follow, and we can embrace those solutions. We've got the solution for plant powders if you aren't eating enough fruits and vegetables, and most of us aren't. Then we've got the solution of the growing your food at home with the tower, right? That eliminates food safety, and well, that creates food safety. And then we get to share fun events with each other, and like energy ball parties, or coffee and conversations, or fabulous fruit facials is what we get to do. And I love this community, just like these beautiful women here, and there are many more, that we come together to complement each other's strengths and strengthen each other's weaknesses. And oh, by the way, there is no competition, because you know what? We all have one goal, and that is inspiring healthy living around the world.
I just want to say about the support and what I plan to do for the future in harmony with all these lovely ladies. For me, the support leads to my success, and I've gotten support. I've never met any of you personally. We just talked through Voxer. I've waited a couple at conference, but I've never met. But if I get on the phone at 10:30 at night and have a question, and this has happened, I get an answer back in a minute, and documentation to back up my answer. So for me, I choose, in order to have success in the future, what I'm doing to plan for the success of my business through the support I get from you all and from the company, there's something called the Freedom Revolution. And, you know, there's systems already in place that I find very useful. I use those tools. When I am offered what Lori talked about, chances to go to leadership academies. I was offered to go into a Brene Brown course, 8 weeks. The company offered it to me. I didn't even know, I'm embarrassed to say who Brene Brown was, but I said, yeah. You know, so those are the things that I'm doing to plan for my future, making use of what's given to me as far as education, making use of the amazing people around me who've been in the business and been in the business of wellness and healthcare, making use of the corporate training that I get from this amazing company. And that is helping me to have success. And then I teach others how to duplicate that.
Okay, so it sounds like, I'm just trying to make sure I hear what everyone is saying, is that there's a lot of support. The company that we've partnered with has all the tools, the resources. We're not alone in this. So people that are listening that are like, what do I do? How do I do it? You're guided through, you're supported, and we all collaborate with each other to help each other. Lisa, I don't want to make sure I didn't cut you off. Were you gonna say? Did I cut you off?
No, you didn't. But I do want to say that, you know, my goal is to be a centenarian. My mom lived to 92, and I'm thankful that I have the tools in place to be able to do that and bring others along with me.
Yes, yes. So I want to make sure, and we're looking at the chat, and there's wonderful things going on in the chat, and they're like, yay, and loving you all. And we know that the support is there. That is clear. And so I want to just make sure, I know that Chandria talked about the future and her plans. Anybody want to just chime in and just wrap that up as far as, you know, what are your thoughts and plans for the future?
I want to jump in on that, Robin, because I'm at a stage in my life when my patients are asking me almost every day, are you going to retire? When are you going to retire? And I can say to them, not yet, not yet. I will never retire from this mission of inspiring healthy living around the world, but I will someday walk away from my medical practice. And I'm so excited that because I have the supplemental income, because I have the plan B, that I can walk away and be part-time when I want to be. And I don't have to worry about not having benefits because that's offered by this awesome company. I can walk away when I'm ready, and I'm excited about being able to spend time with my children. I happened to drive here to Detroit today to be with my daughter, but I don't get to see my daughters who live in LA and Detroit very often. I'm excited for that possibility to see them whenever I want to. And then there's my grandchildren. I want them to know me as the fun grandma. And I'm excited that I will have the opportunity to have that flexibility in my life that I don't have now. Still keep on this mission of helping people to find health, but I don't ever have to stop.
Okay. Anyone else want to chime in on that? That's great. I'm going to chime in on that. People are just, I'm reading the chat, so my eyes are darting over, but they're just, we're making people smile, we're making people cry. Go ahead, Chandra, you want to say?
But I feel like I'm chiming in a lot, so just cut me off if I am. But I just wanted to say, for me as a woman who's owned businesses before, I watched and I saw men always start businesses. And I grew up in a single parent family household. So my success is fueled by, I have amazing women in my family, and none of them have ever owned their own business. I have a family of women, bad women, and none of my cousins, none of them own their own businesses. And this is an opportunity that I want to share. You should see me begging my family, like, look at this opportunity, you know, training that you get. And I really just want to reach out and say to people, especially women, my mother wanted to start a business and I saw her try over and over, and it never took off. My dad had 2 businesses and worked at night at a job. And he did that all of my life until I was about a teenager. He had 2 businesses. My mom couldn't even get one off. They both had the same amount of kids, us. So why is that? You know, and I want women to really think about that. This is an opportunity, not only to make money, but to get healthy, to bring your families with you to get healthy. and look at the things that are offered as well. So that, that fuels my success, trying to be successful in this business versus the other ones that I've tried. I get a lot from this besides just money, but health, education, and a great community.
And did you all say, and I think you may have, that at the top, when you're longevity in the company, you have the opportunity to get health insurance. Did we say that?
Yes.
That, and dental, all of that. That is phenomenal. As we start to wrap up, I just want to hear any of your final words about planning, about support, about the future, your words of encouragement to those who are listening and thinking about, should I start a business? Should I start this business? I'm scared, what to do. What are your last tips to, and I know this is the thing, Lisa, I know you had a phenomenal quote. I think it was from Les Brown, I'm not sure, but you had a quote about, because this is the thing, when you're starting business, let's be clear, it's not easy, right? You fall on your back. It's something about being on your back, right?
Absolutely. It's when, if you fall on your back, because if you can look up, get up.
Get up. Okay.
You can get up. And that's what I did with my health challenge and with my finances. And so I am so thankful that I can look towards the future, and I've got all of this in place to help me propel me for future success.
Absolutely. Thank you. And then Wanda, do you have any thoughts or final words of encouragement? I mean, your story is just awesome, super awesome. So any last minute tips or tools that you want to share with those that are listening?
I think that the most important thing is to listen. Listen to your body, because it'll tell you what you need. Listen to those around you, because they will also share that there are needs that you don't even recognize, whether it's a health need, whatever. Listen to people and then share what you have to offer, and people will listen. Be willing to work hard, be persistent and intentional, and the company will do the rest for you. The fact that I am approaching getting those benefits, I am so excited.
Yes. This is a partnership. Lori, last minute bits of wisdom and what you want to share and let other people take away.
Absolutely. Be ready to reevaluate what living your best life looks like. And when that opportunity comes, take it. For me, it has changed everything. I was working at home, wedded to a computer all day. Now I'm surrounded with friends, like-minded friends, business-owning women, and eating raw and vegan and growing their own food and, pulling together. Let the opportunity really take root in your life and reevaluate what your best life really looks like and go for it.
And Chandria, anything else that you may have said it, but I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going to stick with that one, but pretty just like they all just said, and then what I said. I mean, that's the biggest thing I could tell people is, what do you have to lose?
And it's just, again, it's a phenomenal, we partnered with a phenomenal company. So it's a real tangible opportunity. Our community is great. You do it, you follow the plan that's laid out, and it's success is yours to have. So what I want to do is just thank all of you, and we hope that you've seen tonight something that is inspiring to you. And I believe that's true, because we see that people in the chat are saying that it is inspiring to them. And we are women on a mission in this health and wellness space. We have the support, and we're a part of a stable and lasting organization and company. So our next presenter will provide you some valuable insight as we wrap things up tonight. And so Dawana is a corporate business leader with more than 25 years of direct selling experience. After graduating from Cornell University, she led a global rollout to replace an outdated business order management system. She's also spent 15 years as a senior sales manager developing exciting field events and incentive programs while overseeing representative communications. Dawana has been a senior marketing manager in apparel for 12 years, responsible for product development, that generated sales in excess of 180 million. Throughout her career, Dewana was so passionate in understanding the representative experience and walking in their shoes. And she knows her stuff. She's been on both sides. Top performer. She served customers for more than 16 years. And she's just amazing. And you'll know that in a minute. Dewana is currently the U.S. marketing director for a global multi-billion-dollar company. She's a native New Yorker residing in the Bronx with her husband and 2 sons. And I'm assuming these sons are not adults, because if they were adults, you would have put that in there, right? Everybody that has adult children, they want to say, adults, my children are grown. So without further ado, Dewana, thank you for being here, and we would love to hear what you have to say.
Thank you so much, Robin, for being such an awesome host. And I first want to thank these ladies because I have been inspired by your story. We are Black, beautiful business entrepreneurs. So I want to just clap it up to you, ladies, because you have been inspiring. And I get to do this with you. So how did I get here? And who, you've heard a lot about this company, our company, and I love that the ladies were saying our company, but they are independent businesswomen. Let's get that out there, right? Chandria said this is a business that women can succeed in, and you are talking to some of the finest right here on being successful businesswomen. And I get to partner with them because I'm representing this amazing company called Juice Plus. And that is the company behind this powder plant-based whole food nutrition in a capsule. This is the company behind growing your own food. And guess what? You don't need dirt and you don't need a yard. You can do that on your terrace if you live in an apartment. You can do that in your living room if you so choose. And if you want to put it outside, go ahead and do that too, but you don't have to. So this company has allowed these women to take an opportunity and create it for themselves. We talked about planning and support. And that's where I come in. I am the US marketing director for the Juice Plus company. And I get to help these women be successful by creating resources that help share the mission. You heard about this mission of healthy living. We get to help people is what I like to say. That's our mission. Our mission is to help people. And these ladies, their check shows how many families they have helped, how many people they have inspired to take control of their life. Because that's what we get to do in our community, in our Black and brown community. We know sometimes we feel helpless. Sometimes we feel we don't know enough. We don't know the right person. We don't have that connection. Well, guess what? Today, you have made the connection with these amazing women. You have made the connection with the person who invited you to this call. Why? Because yes, we have an amazing product. And yes, there's a business opportunity. But what's more important is the relationship that we get to have. This conversation is conversations about women with real stories. We heard about how they got here. And although we're talking about planning, I don't think any one of them planned to come here. It happened. We heard the word by accident by Dr. Wanda. We heard Lori said she was open to the friendly neighbor who came and talked about plant-based nutrition. And then we heard about Lisa and Chandra who said, guess what? They just came for a discount. And we all know, ladies, there is nothing wrong with a discount. I am 101 department store girl, discount, count me in. But what you also heard them say was the planning came in when they recognized how important their life was to them, how they wanted to take control of their health by adding more fruits and veggies and berries and omegas into their diet, along with exercising and sleeping more and drinking more water. They learned about adding more healthy living routine into their lifestyle. And then what they felt compelled to do after they recognized for themselves what this was doing for them and their families. They felt compelled to want to go out and share with other people. And that's what we get to do in this community. We get to talk to people. We get to listen to uh, sometimes their woes, sometimes their cries, sometimes their aspirations and their dreams. And it is possible. This company has allowed that. These women get to focus on relationships because this 50-year-old company, we made 50 years this year in 2020. Talk about longevity. This company, who is in Memphis, Tennessee, in the US, this company that is diversified in who gets to support these women. We come in all berries, but come in all colors of the rainbow to support these women, and you see it here. And we're about supporting these women and building the relationship because we get to handle all of the connections that they make. So Lori's neighbor was able to have that great conversation with her. Why? Because the company was supporting her neighbor with making sure that when Lori said, I want to learn more, she had the resources to do that. You heard a lot about this freedom revolution. Well, that is a resource that when you say, yes, I'm interested and I want to know more about this opportunity, there's a resource, there's a spot. Not one of these women had to reinvent the wheel. We share information. You heard Lisa say, this is not a competition. It's not. We share because we care and we want every single person to be successful. Why? Because our health is worth it. Everything that has been going around in this world these past few weeks, months, has helped us to appreciate no matter how healthy we are, we need to be more informed about the things we can do to maintain it, or if we are in a life crisis, what we can do to live our best life while going through it. This is not about a cure. We're not talking about curing cancer or any disease that you may have. We're not talking about a get-rich-quick scheme. That's not what we're about. We're about sharing and caring about people. The harder you work, the more you get out of it. You heard Dr. Wanda talk about benefits. She's working hard to get that at different levels within this company, and she's doing that on her terms. She has a support team. She has a company that's helping her, educating her, not only on the product, but what she needs to do to be successful. That freedom revolution, that's a path to success. And that was all created and backed by the company and partners who are in this mission of inspiring healthy living together. So we share the information. So if you think that this is not possible for you, it is. You heard Lori say, she went through a leadership development program. We see the potential in you if you don't see it in yourself. This community surrounds each other by raising each other up, by being that third party validation that can see through your negativity or you saying you can't. It's not about you can't, it's when will you? Because we're going to help you do that. So that's what we get to do. So this is an amazing company, 50 years old and growing. We are on the cusp of the next 50 years. We are a global company. We are in 25 and growing global countries around the world, and we are growing. We are about to hit Mexico hard in the next couple of months, and we are so excited. A new country that we're opening up. We are a company that understands quality and what you're putting into your body, where it comes from is important. That's why we have research. We want to make sure that people know what it is they're talking about and what it is they're eating every day. And we want to help people just have options. We want people to educate themselves because guess what? We love our Dr. Wandas, we do. But you know what? When we're educated, we may be able to say to Dr. Wanda, no, I don't think so. I'm going to try this route because we've been educated for ourselves, and that's okay, right? Miss Wanda, she's going to be there. Dr. Wanda's going to be there to support you. But she said she didn't know what she didn't know. She humbled herself to get educated on nutrition because doctors don't know. They don't know. They get what, 2 weeks is what you said? Not even, right? So she recognized in order to be an asset to others, she had to do some learning of herself. So being surrounded by a company who is about inspiring healthy living and giving, because not only do we support our partners, not only do we support the families and the people who come in, guess what, guys? We have a Healthy Starts for Family program that educates families on simple things that they can do to be healthy. And for the summer months, we have this special opportunity. A family, a parent in a family or adult in a family with just starting $50 a month can sponsor a child for free to get over 30 fruits and vegetables in their diet. One simple change. It starts one person at a time, and that's what we get to do. So we're about helping the community. We're about helping our partners. We are about longevity. We are about quality. We are about being authentic. You heard every one of these ladies. It started with them. It was their authentic self that prompted them to see the opportunity. And then they took steps to plan for it. They used the assets, the resources, the company behind the Freedom Revolution and all of the other great, what we call our daily method of operation. You know, how we choose to be intentional. That was a word I think Chandra used. She used to be intentional. So we are a community of like-minded people, and the like-minded, we're here to help each other. This company, I get to represent this company every day in doing that with you, for you. And I really encourage you to look at these women and think about what they said. Do you see yourself here? Do you see that there's an opportunity for you? And sometimes we don't know, right? So have a conversation with the person who invited you here. Have a conversation, really think about, what do you want? Because guess what? We can achieve it. Our hopes and dreams can become a reality. We just have to do one thing. We just have to have the opportunity to talk and share it with someone. And let this community, again, that we are a community, we're not looking for anything from each other but their name, your name, so we can recognize you, and the opportunity to get to know you so that we can motivate and help each other. So really appreciate these ladies, appreciate this month of becoming the company, being able to represent the company and these ladies in doing that, and really encourage each and every one of you to plan for your future, look at what you want, your hopes and dreams, and allow us to help you on your terms, plot out what that plan looks like so that you can make it a reality. So thank you, Robin.
Awesome. That was awesome. I just want to say thank you again, Dewana, for wrapping us up with that. And to the other panelists, Chandria, so wave Chandria, and Lori, and Lisa, and Wanda. And to remind all of you that are tuning in that we will be back the first Wednesday in August. So look out for that invitation, share, invite. We're welcome to have you here as we share our series of becoming successful entrepreneurs. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye.